Howdy guys, and welcome back to another episode of Albert Engel's Pro Career in Pro Cycling Manager 2024. And in this episode, we are hopefully wrapping up the Volta and our title defense. We're in a very strong position, about 5 minutes up on GC. Our kind of competition just keeps changing, like second place just keeps being a different rider. So all Albert needs to do is run second and he just keeps gaining time. It works out pretty nice so far. At the moment, we're just quickly going through our emails, change of budgets, Abu Dhabi team. Oh yeah, okay. I guess this is the feeder squad to UAE, I suppose. Bizarre. They're going to be strengthened though. Their budget is increasing and they're apparently looking to go to Pro Conti level. Cutting budget for Heimer. Nah, not really much going on there. Costu went over to Interwanti though. That is a bit of the news. Okay, let's get into stage 18 of the Volta. And stage 18 is here from Vitoria Gasteiz to Maztu. Really need you guys to rank my Spanish out of 10. I don't know how I go with this stuff. Anyway, this one is a bit lumpy. I would expect a reduced peloton potentially, or more likely a breakaway like it was in the last stage in last episode. All right, let's get into the action.
Hello and welcome to all. We're at Vitoria Gasteiz in the heart of the Basque Country, a true land of cycling. As can be expected in the region, it's not a flat stage. Far from it. However, the 175-kilometre route that finishes in the small village of Maidstone offers a balanced menu. Some level ground, some small passes, plus some short climbs in the closing stretch. In this type of stage at the end of a tour, there's a good chance that early attackers could get away and fight it out for victory. However, if teams work together to filter escapees, they could manage the time gap and set up a sprint between a small bunch of finishers.
Which is apparently what Maximilian Suchman is hoping on happening with his 69 sprint. He's a designated sprinter on the team. Can't make sense of that. Surely it'd be somebody like a Drea or ourselves. But anyway, we're apparently all in for Maximilian Suchman in this stage. Although 17 riders in that breakaway. Oh boy, and they've already been given 11 minutes. I don't think we're seeing that break again. Unless there is a rider a bit close on GC. Baru, potentially. That's only 20 minutes. That's a bit close. Bob Youngles, 39 minutes. No, I think 20 minutes really is where we got to get concerned. All right, let's jump forward to that Category 1 climb, Puerto de Herrera. All right, here is the peloton arriving at the Puerto de Herrera. A 6.4k climb, nothing too difficult realistically, but the peloton has woken up a little. That time gap was out to almost 15 minutes at some point, a bit too much. It was starting to get away from some of the podium favorites on GC even. But anyway, it has been brought back to under 10 minutes now. Peloton's running pretty hard up this one. Suchman himself is now on the front even. And we've navigated that one just fine. Yeah, so we're at 10 minutes. Don't think there's at all a chance for the peloton in this stage, unfortunately. But you never know. We might slip up the road and try and get a little bit of extra time. I don't know if it's really worth it though, but we'll see how we go. All right, we're descending into what is the final climb. We might use Acrobat just to try and move up some wheels here and attack ourselves over the top. Take the gel, because it is going to be a descent all the way into the finish line as Mikel Bjerg takes the win for UAE up front. It's going to be effort 99 now over the top of this one for Albert into a fast and furious descent that is upcoming. Behind, the chase is very much so on. I can see Yao Almeida's involved at the moment. We'll switch on acrobatic descent as much as we can into this corner. Hit sprint, but I think, yeah, the peloton's on us. There is no real hope there. It might be Ivan Garcia Cortina taking out the bunch. Kick Tonelli as well, actually coming in over the top of him. All right, not much of a stage, that one. Good for the breakaway, Mikkel Bjerg, getting something on the board for UAE. They really haven't got much out of this tour other than a stage win for Milano. So good to see them back on the podium, and a 30th for Albert means another difficult stage put behind him. Okay, so there he is, the big Dane taking out the stage. GC, though, is a bit of a shift here. Riccatello must have lost contact. We'll have to look at the result sheet to confirm what happened there. But yeah, Riccatello blown out to almost 6 minutes difference. Enrique Mas at 6:54. Kian Ulsbrooks there in fourth at 6:55. So there's a big battle on for that final podium spot. Valentin Majois still got that 3-point lead over us on KOM. Benu still around 40 points back on the points class. Young rider, no changes. Liddell Trek still lead over Visma in the team class. All right, let's go have a look at what stage 19 has in store. Oh, but first, where is Riccatello? What has happened to him? Yeah, there he is down here. He's been dropped massively. Jon Aguirre looking after him, dragging him into the finish. But yeah, massive slip from him there, losing out almost a minute on our group. That is, yeah, big stuff up from him and the the Israel Premier Tech team. Okay, let us get into stage 19. And here we are, Logrono to Alto de Montevideo. Big steep climb. It looks like on paper it's actually a category 2 climb though, with a cat 3 along the way. I definitely would hope we can keep this together. It's 172k in length though, so might be a bit difficult. Let's get in and see what the day has in store for Red Bull and Albert.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Logroño, capital of the autonomous community of La Rioja. We're at the start of the 19th stage that will finish not far from here, at the summit of the Alto de Moncalbillo. The 168-kilometer route is much the same as for the 8th stage of the 2020 Vuelta, when Primož Roglič claimed victory. After a start on level ground, the peloton will clear a small climb at the middle of the stage, the Puerto de Pradilla, and then return to more gentle terrain before the final ascent. At an average of under 7%, the slopes of the 14-kilometer climb to the Moncalbillo antennas are not awe-inspiring, but in reality, the game changes on the second part of the ascent, where sections rise above 10%.
All right, we got 23 riders in that breakaway. We've put Tobias Foss and Maximilian Sachman to work pretty early. I just want to police it. I don't want it blowing out in a giant way like it did in last stage. We've got Lutsenko up the road, Lipowitz as well, a former teammate at Bora for Albert. Well, he wasn't at the team when he was there, but he used to be a Bora rider, now at Arkea Seismic. Nick Schultz is up there once again. He's been very aggressive. Mark Hirschi as well. So UAE looking to grab another stage win off the back of the last one. We're going to have to move Primoz into the mix as well and bump these guys up to 75. Might need to adjust Albert up a little bit to account for that tempo shift. But yeah, that seems to have got it a little bit more pegged, around that 5 minutes 20 at the moment. Might be difficult to keep this one together. We will jump forward in time and see if we can't keep it a bit more in check. Oh no, Vlasov and Danny Martinez both in a crash. That is very bad news, because I kind of can't ease up, and I would really like those two riders back here. I think they'll get back on. They're running very hard behind, but by the time they catch up, they're going to have to basically ride straight through to the front, because they're not going to be much use to Albert now, being not exactly damaged goods, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Damaged goods is kind of what's happened to them, unfortunately. All right, well, that is 4 minutes on the clock to the front of the bike race, ticking back under now as well. So going in the right direction for another stage win in this year's Volta and the Red Bull Bora crew. Okay, let us see if we can't catch them by the final climb. Right, we're on the very early slopes of this final climb. We're about to officially be on it, and we're only a minute 30 back from the front of the race. I think we are potentially looking at a stage win here for Albert. Unfortunately, though, we've missed out on some biddens that could pay severely in this finale. Pace is still very, very hot at the moment. We might, although Bookman looks pretty decent actually, but I might switch Vlasov onto protecting Albert. Yep, perfect. There's not many riders left at the front here. It's the Alperson boys looking to really tear things apart in the front. There goes Amaduus on the attack as well. We got Liddell Track moving to the front to bring him back. So yeah, not much doing at all there. We're just kind of playing this as cagey as we can. We're 2 minutes back though. I don't think it's going to go the way of the peloton in this finale. We might use effort now for Albert and move him through the peloton if we can. He has done so nicely. We're almost under that K to go banner. We've got a few riders we're catching as well. We're not going to go for the win, but we might still have just enough positions left. We need fourth. I don't think we're going to do it, if I'm honest. We're going to hit sprint though and see that we can't catch these two in front of us. Bob Youngles, Magnus Court coming across the line. We are going to get time though. That's always nice to have, but yeah, not enough at all for the KOM. So only one more stage remains for Albert to try and get that jersey back on his shoulders. What a powerful showing on that final climb though. Jesus. He has put on the afterburners, put away Ulsbrook's. Grat is the first across the line from the GC crew. There's Berthet, he's up there as well. There's Sexus. Almeida's actually dropped Ulsbrook's. There he is, only just now coming across the line. Wow. That's it's going to blow out well over 7 minutes, I'm going to call it, on a GC. So we can almost disregard the GC battle and start to focus on how the hell do we win this KOM. All right, Lutsenko, we completely missed that one, but Lutsenko takes a stage win. Wow, that's one for one of the old guard in the peloton. Florian Lipowitz, a former Red Bull Bora rider, in second. Nick Schultz in third. On GC, wow, it's an 8-minute 15 lead for Albert over Clement Berthet. The AG2R rider moving up into second. This podium battle has just been all over the place. Enrique Mas now finds himself in the third. Kian Ulsbrooks up into fourth, while retaining fourth. Best climber, Nick Schultz, slides into second, entering the debate for that jersey. No changes on points class. Well, there is. Albert has extended his lead, so we don't have to worry about that one so much, and no changes in the other two. Wow, what a stage that was. So in the end, Albert put about 2 minutes, no, a minute, sorry, into the next real GC contender. And yeah, a minute 30 almost into Clement Berthet. There must be, oh no, he's 30 years old actually. Wow. Just suddenly come to be in this Volta. He's come into his own, announced himself on the scene. All right, let's get into stage 20. All right, wow, what a stage 20 is. It is up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. We finish on a Cat 2. Or is that a Cat 1? Okay, no, we finish on a Cat 1. We take over a Cat 3, a Cat 3, a Cat 2, a Cat 1, a Cat 2, and a Cat 1 there as well. I'm kind of thinking there's 3 points difference. If we can keep it together in the first half and then let it go, could be an opportunity for Albert to get himself that jersey, or maybe even attacks into the breakaway yet. I'm not too sure. We're going to have to get very creative to get this jersey on our shoulders. Let's get into the action from Villacreo to Pichon Blanco, and it is all on for that KOM jersey.
A small town in the province of Burgos, from where the peloton will be setting out on the 20th stage of the Vuelta. The organisers have mapped out an interesting 171-kilometre route, with medium mountain passes coming one after the other throughout the day. On the eve of the grand finale, a surprise is not altogether impossible, should any rider who's well placed in the general classification want to try his luck. If so, he'll want to keep something in the tank for the daunting final ascent to the Pichon Blanco, known to all as a savage climb.
And he sprints away in attack!
All right, here we are. You join us, and we have decided to roll the dice and see if we can't get this bloody KOM jersey. It has steered well clear of us so far in this tour. Well, not well clear of us. We just haven't managed to get on terms with it, really. We're going to have to get Mr. Vlasov on the relay and potentially ease up a bit with Albert. I have burnt a few bickies. We need to worry about this KOM, really. That's our main goal coming up. We got Vlasov in the train. That is good. But I might bring him back to protect Albert. Ooh, Albert's feeling it, actually. Maybe a bit too hard early on. All right, we'll bring Vlasov back. We've got 7K to the top of this climb. We're just adjusting the effort to make sure we match what's going on in the group. We've got 2 minutes on the group behind as well. Yeah, it's still 6K to the top, so we're going to jump a little bit forward, just watching out for attacks. It has eased up. We might move forward ourselves. I don't want us going backwards too much just yet. We have moved forward there. Okay, Nick Schultz looks like he's a bit fresh, but Albert looks decent as well. We're 3K to the top yet. Can ease up a little bit for Vlasov so he can stay near the front. Only a K. There's the K to go banner there. Just watching out. Don't want to get trapped in it all. Through the middle. Okay, let's launch a sprint with Albert. Barrow wants to go for it as well. I don't know how come Albert is getting caught out here. That's weird. I don't know. Oh, no, he's only managed third, I think, is it? Second, so that's 2 points. We need to get at least second over the next one, although Nick Schultz is here, so we do need to factor that into the equation as well. Albert is just going to ease things off and get as much yellow back as possible down this descent. There is a Cat 3 not long after the climb as well. We've got Vlasov coming through. That is excellent. And we've got almost 3 minutes on the peloton. They're going to have to ride pretty hard. Obviously, Albert being in the breakaway is massive, and we'll probably stay with a lot of the action in this stage purely because, well, it's not often Albert joins a breakaway, is it? We got Vlasov working the front for us. That is terrific. Albert is almost back at full yellow, which is really nice. Nick Schultz has not managed that at all. And we're about to start this next category 3 climb. Again, that is excellent. So we'll move Albert up onto 70s. And we might get Vlasov to protect Albert once again. And just move Albert up as much as we can here. Maybe up into 85 even. Just want him to lead from the front. Not necessarily too much too soon, but definitely I want to win this one. That's our main goal at the moment. So Vlasov doing a nice job. We're almost at 2K to go. We'll put him back onto predefined. Albert's going to ride through there. Magnus Cort behind. Just take a look at Nick Schultz. He looks pretty fresh. Magnus Cort's just there. Just watching for attacks really at this point in time. We're almost at the K to go. We're going to launch very shortly. Oh, we got an attack from behind by the sounds of it. Albert's going to go here now, though. We've got 700 meters to go. My mouse is glitching out a bit. There we go. I think he's got this one by the looks of it, although it's a bit early. Oh, hold on, Albert. Hold on. Oh, I think he's actually missed out, you know. He has. Oh, he's going to have to go for it on this final KOM. Well, not final KOM, the next KOM, the Cat 2. He's going to have to hang on as long as he can in this peloton. Early breakaway realistically. Although looking behind, it is out to 6 minutes. So potentially we're just going to hold on for the whole stage. Albert's almost back to full powers. Well, he is. He's all the way back to full powers. Vlasov behind. I doubt he's coming back. We've put him back on predefined anyway. And up here, we'll move Albert on to maybe around the 62 marker. And he can jump in the relays. Why not? We'll show ourselves at the front of the race. Right. We're on this Cat 2. We're 4K from the top. There's only 3 positions offering points once again. So we need to time things much, much better here this time around. Albert not necessarily leading from the front as he did the last time, although we're only under 2K now. We might look to accelerate things a little. There we go, to 84, just moving through there. Great. Just watching behind. We want to time things a little bit better here. Just go a little bit deeper. There we go. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. Adjust that effort, Albert. Don't go too deep. He's got it. Perfect. That's 5 points in the kitty. And that is a provisional lead in the KOM. He's got that by 4 points. Nick Schultz hasn't actually got any points out of this early breakaway. Majuis is looking to come across as well, which is pretty interesting. Vlasov's with him behind. And Albert, well, he has almost 8 minutes on the peloton. So I don't know what's going to happen, if I'm honest, but he's looking pretty fresh still. I think he could go all the way. You never know. We're on this category 1 climb of the day, which we do need to hang on to. We're just adjusting Albert, just seeing what's the minimum he can ride at. We'll switch him into the relays as well, actually. There we go. All right, we're going to whack it on 4X and go a little bit higher up the mountain and see that we can't get more points in the kitty. All right, here we are, almost ready to start the sprint again, watching Theo Gegenhardt, a birdie there behind as well, waiting for these sprints to kick things off. We're waiting. There it is, nice and deep, which is good news for Albert. He's got the kick on these guys. I think he has all the power he needs. He takes it over Theo Gegenhardt. Perfect. And we're on to the next one. We'll ease up with Albert. Just got 13 minutes on the peloton behind. I think we're looking at a stage win potentially, although I don't know. Albert's been going very hard to get all these points. I think Galag managed some points there, did he? Yeah, he did. 3rd place for him. Things are looking very positive though for this KOM battle at the moment. All right, let's get on to the next one. All right, and the peloton is starting to really look at Albert here up this next climb. I think they've kind of sensed how this thing is going at the moment. Pelotons are, not Peloton, the breakaways are really ramped it here as well. Nick Schultz looks like he's starting to hurt quite a bit, but Albert's still feeling quite fresh, maybe better to compare to a Theo Gegenhardt, who is starting to hurt a little as well. Okay, we're on his wheel. I don't think I'm going to really worry sprinting for this one, if I'm honest. I don't need the points now, although I do need to worry about losing contact. But yeah, no stress. Oh, right on the ground there. Oh, okay. Doesn't look like these front guys want to ease up. We might attack across to them quickly. Perfect. Acrobat descent deployed excellently there by Albert, crossing that gap nicely. And it is Theo Gegenhardt, Burry, Nick Schultz, and Lutsenko, the last stage winner. All remain at the head of the race. I can see the peloton is around 15 minutes behind with 50K still to race. You can see on provisional, Berry's managed to move himself up in the 2nd place on GC. Clement Berthrat there, almost 20 minutes back, with Albert riding so far up the road as we head into this 2nd penultimate climb. Oh, we've got a Nick Schultz attacker just there. I don't know how that's going to go for him. We'll scroll up the road and just have a look at his yellow. Yeah, he's hurting a little bit. We might just let him go though. I don't know. This is a little bit interesting. We've got everybody in their right mind is just sitting on Albert's wheel. Not the most ideal for Albert to go for a stage win if the entire breakaway just want to sit on him. And obviously we've got Nick Schultz really committing to that move up front as well. So Yeah, not much we can do back here other than ride as we are. And we go over the next one, the Cat 1, grabbing 6 points. So that is just about it for GC, or for KOM, I mean. There is 10 points on offer at the finish. So as long as Albert manages to grab some points on that climb, we'll be just fine. We're going to let Nick Schultz blow out, though. I can't afford, although we could use sneaking and attack, quickly grab a bit of an advantage, slip Albert up onto 80 effort and jump forward. See if we can't use that to break the group behind. Looks like they reacted pretty well to it, but I think that is them done, actually. We're easing things back here as we catch up to Nick Schultz. Okay, we've actually caught him, and the group are with us as well, unfortunately. We're going to ease up ourselves, though. Oh, Gulag wants to go on the attack. So does Magnus Court. So we're going to grab that wheel and hang on as long as we can. Oh, this doesn't really hurt Albert, if I'm honest. That's kind of fine. We just adjust our efforts. We've got about 3k left. Just watch for attackers. Don't want to get caught on this side either. We've only got 6 riders left here. Gegenhardt, Berry, Magnus Cort Nielsen, Lutsenko, and Glag as well. We're almost at 2k to go. We're just watching for attackers. Don't think anyone's really thinking it, though, by the looks of it at the moment. It might go to the sprint at this point. Yeah. Oh, we've got Peters has managed to ride his way back across. I can see the kite to go banner. Might be time to move to the front with Albert just so we don't get caught out. We'll lead from the front here. We'll take the gel as well. And we've got a sprint launching from Mr. Gegenhardt. We're going to go over the top. I think we might just hold on. He has run out of red, though. Oh, come on. Come on, Albert. Hold on. Oh, come on. Oh, it's going to be so close. He's just got him. It is another stage win to Albert, and a very unorthodox stage win at that. Getting in the early breakaway on the front foot, he was hungry, very hungry to get that KOM win. He didn't want to go another year not adding that to his wardrobe, and he's managed to do so. A massive, massive time gap back to what remains of the peloton. Looks like it might be, yes, it is. It's Gadou coming in with Roman Gregor, the 2 Frenchmen. Berthet managing to keep his GT position by the looks of it. Vlasov coming in, riding very high on a free element role, essentially, for him. Although he did a very excellent job, actually, protecting Albert in the early breakaway. And Adrea as well. Shout out to him riding so high. All right, let's get to these podiums after what was a wild, wild stage. All right, and it's another stage, and I think that's number 5 of the Volta for Albert. Over Teo Gegenhardt, Alexei Lutsenko in the end in 3rd. It was a very, I don't know, very cagey final, we'll say. Gadou coming in 9 minutes 15 back. So that's the big news there. Wile Berhe, the first ever Ethiopian rider to get on a podium in a Grand Tour. And Clement Berthet as well from AG2R. Who would have thought he would make a podium, but he has done it. Unless something goes wrong in the final 22k TT. On the best climber, that confirms things there. Albert has won that jersey. He can't be beaten in the TT. And points class as well, similar story. Although Nick Schultz managed to move himself up into equal 2nd in the end. Young rider, Albert has dominated that one. And Team Visma managed to claw back into the lead over Liddell Trek in the team class. All right. Wow, that was very eventful, that stage. We'll quickly get this TT underway and we can wrap things up in this episode and this year's Volta, which, wow, I can't believe we won a stage like that. All right, here we are around the streets of Madrid to finish this one off. Albert's freshness for the first time has dipped into only very good after a 172k breakaway, attacking from the gun using his surprise element tactic, and getting in that early breakaway was a nut stage. I can't believe we actually pulled that off.
Scheduled time trial that will bring the curtain down on the race. the 22-kilometre route is as good as flat and should favour powerful riders. Those who enjoy going it alone against the clock and who are not concerned with the general classification have been able to keep something back over the past few days in order to try for the stage win. We'll also keep a close eye on the last few riders off the ramp as they try to attack or defend the top 10 places in the general classification. After fighting for 3 weeks to earn a position, it's sometimes a rider's freshness that counts more than his strengths as a rouleur.
Very, very true. And as we just saw, Albert's freshness isn't as high as it typically is in these stages of the Grand Tours. That's because he really rolled the dice in that last stage and tried to turn the race on its head, and he kind of did, although it wasn't really needed other than to win that KOM. All right, we're going to jump forward 129 more riders till Albert is rolling down the start ramp. All right, here is our man, Albert Engel, ready to roll down the start ramp and be crowned a Volta champion once again in the all-red strip that he has been donning pretty much since the start of this year's Volta. We're going to park him on an 84 effort for now. We'll just see how that fares. Looks like he can maybe drop back to 83 even. Whack this back on Chrono 1, which will be coming up to pretty shortly. And looks like Van Wilder is flying at the moment. Theo Gegenhardt and Mikkel Bjerg are in the mix. Albert down a little descent there, meaning we can probably knock it up to 85. We'll jump up 2 extra effort points through there. He's in second to Van Wilder, 9 seconds back at the moment. So looks like Ilan Van Wilder, the big Belgian, or little Belgian actually, is a diminutive in size, is the rider to beat. We're catching Birdie just in front of us, the Ethiopian actually, sorry. He's done an excellent Volta to be second on GC. I don't think he can be beat today. So it looks like he will be second in the first ever Ethiopian to take out that one. But as we're talking, Albert is absolutely flying. He's feeling pretty good today, I think. This is looking like a potential stage win. Once again, number 6 on the day. He's looking down the heart of even catching Berthart here at the moment. We'll move him up to 87 for a brief moment and just see, can he hold that? Yes, he can. Maybe it's 88 he needs to go up to, past that massive gold statue. Maybe it's up into the 90s now. Yeah, this is an excellent TT to cap off what was a dominant Volta from Albert. I think that's his most dominant Grand Tour to date. Berthie coming in there to crown a second for him, but it is about our German superstar here, Albert Engel, 25-second win over Ilan Van Wilder there. Theo Gegenhardt in third place as well, trying to claw his way back up the GC ranks. Talking about GC, there he is, Wali Behar, the Ethiopian rider from KSA Samik, 19 minutes and 12 seconds back from Albert. I think that's the biggest win in history in a Grand Tour, or in modern cycling at least. Kian Wulsbrooks managed to claw his way back onto that Volta podium. It's also the best climber. First time Albert has won this one at the Volta. Points class once again confirming the jersey sweep, and also the young rider Liddell Trek managed though to pull back into the lead of the team class in the end. All right, wow, what an episode that one was, guys. 2 stage wins, one from an all-stage breakaway and also a TT with a skill point increase. Oh, and we get to do a Evo as well. We'll obviously stick with stage races. It's going well for us. We're into 79 on cobbles and 78 on flat. Another skill point. We're going to upgrade stealth, make that 3. That worked pretty well in stage 20, so we definitely want to keep upgrading that one. All right, guys, I know that was a mammoth episode, but join us next time on Saturday when we head to the Netherlands and take on the Euros. See if we can't finally get that blue and gold star jersey on Albert's shoulders. All right, that's been it for this episode, guys. Give us a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Peace out.